incarcerated individuals' use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.
Welcome, folks. It's Friday night, and that's time for the Grand Jury, the live stream that does a grand jury game show style. Each Friday night, we take 5 volunteers from the social media platform X to review use of force videos through the lens of a grand jury. Let's meet our grand jury tonight. We've got a good little cast of volunteers from the social media platform X. First one I want to go to is Tom. Tom, welcome and thank you for volunteering. What would you like viewers to know about you, or what information would you like to put out there public?
So my name is Thomas Kellogg. On X, I am passionate. I want them to know that I am very passionate about saving my state of New York. I am 22 years old. I am the outreach director for the state YRs. I love cats, and I just want this country to thrive, and I just want to live in a country that's has a good economy and live the American dream and pass it on to my future grandchildren.
And you're on X to promote that idea, right? You use X
Yes.
for that. Very good, very good. We've got Dr. Angela. Now, if you're running around on Spaces on X, you'll know that Dr. A, as we call her, she's pretty famous. And she always has a great take, and she's absolutely doing some good things on X. But Dr. A, what would you like folks to know about you?
Hi, guys. Well, I'm on X in order to, be able to share information and learn from others. And my passion and expertise is on helping people understand causes of chronic illness and how to be healthier as people. So, yeah, thank you.
We're very happy to have you tonight. We've got Eric, the Swamp Marine. I catch him in Spaces. He's always got a great take on things. I'm excited to have you here tonight, Swamp Marine. What do folks need to know about you besides you're a Marine?
I actually do live in a swamp. There you go. That's what right now I'm 2 miles up on a gravel road, very, very suspectly sitting in my car with it off, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So when people drive by, they're like, "What in the hell is he doing?" So anyway, I'm just keeping the mosquitoes out right now. I'm on X right now because I'm unemployed, to be honest. First time in 50 years, but it's all good. I love Trump, and I like what I see happening, and trying to stop people from going down rabbit holes that are just actually hurting the good news that is happening, and that's about it. But
we're glad to have you, Swamp Marine, and I like a lot of your takes. I've listened to you quite a bit in Spaces and things like that. Now we've got now what are we going to do here, folks? With my producers, we got Shane Mecklin coming in. Do we want to replace an alternate? Andy, are you volunteering?
Yes, that way I can eat
A
dinner.
little more dead air, probably get us more views. What do we think here?
I can leave. I want to eat dinner.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Thanks, Andy.
No
I do
problem. You guys
appreciate
have
you, Andy.
fun.
Sorry, I don't want to sound. It sounds bad what I'm saying, but I do appreciate you. Okay, and our next guest, who just slid in here late because he's filling in for jurors that didn't make it tonight, is Shane Mecklin. He's a Minnesota state representative out of Minnesota. Shane, welcome tonight. What do you want the viewers to know about you?
Well, I don't know that I want them to know anything about me, preferably, but no, I enjoy your show that you do on Fridays, and Jason had asked if I was willing, and here I am.
Folks, shoot me a DM. I'll tell you all you need to know about Shane Mecklin. I got a notebook. I can keep it for about a year.
Between B. Wayne and Joe, I'm sure you could wrap it all up pretty well in a blanket, and Jason as well.
Well, you remember from Jason's retirement party, it just needs a kernel of truth. I'll build the rest.
His retirement party was on Juneteenth, so, just saying.
Oh yeah, actually it was. And our final and fifth jury member tonight is going to be Hawk. Hawk out of Texas. What do people need to know about you?
Well, I've got opinions on 2A and 1A. Absolutely, we'll talk about those. But my primary reason for being on X is veterans support. We've got a lot of veterans out there that don't know what's available to them through the VA, how to go about getting it. And I spend a lot of time helping and answering questions and guiding them through the process of what are they qualified for, how do they get what they're qualified for. That's my focus on X.
And any veterans out there, if there are any veterans, you got to have to mute. There you go. Any veterans out there that are working on their claims, I'll tell you that Hawk is a great resource. He actually helped me about a year ago, and his information is spot on and will help you out. But folks, there's our jury tonight, our volunteers from X that are going to sit in judgment of the videos that we prepared tonight. But like any other good court proceeding, we have a court clerk, and that's Big Ron. He's a retired Navy veteran, lives in Florida, spent some time on some aircraft carriers on the deck. But Big Ron, tell the folks about yourself.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be on the show again tonight. That's me in a nutshell. 20-year Navy vet, spent a lot of time on the aircraft carrier. Froze my ass off in Minnesota this year. Had a lot of fun, poking fun at Shane there. So, yeah, cigars are good. The bourbon's cold. We've got the videos loaded. We've got a full jury. Mayhem is taking care of everybody over in the chat, Joe. Looks like we're ready to go.
I think we're close. We also have our expert witness. He's our in-house expert witness. Is Jason, a retired 30-year veteran of Minnesota law enforcement. He's also the developer of the 3D response school safety system. Jason's worked in developing a program or system over the last 10 years that absolutely will keep our children safe and your children safe while they attend public schools or even a private school out of your watchful eye. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But Jason, tell folks about yourself.
You summed it up. Just retired last June, and passion is keeping our children safe, and nobody's doing nothing about it. So we decided to do something about it. And my mission is to educate people on what we've been doing is just not working, and it's time to change the way we look at it. And our system is a tactical approach, and to just paradigm shift. Stop doing what we've been doing because it's not working.
Absolutely. I've drank the Kool-Aid on the 3D response. I'm 100% sold on it. And we've got a little video. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the show. Let's go over the format. How do we do this grand jury? Let's talk about the grand jury. Unlike a trial jury, a grand jury may ask questions and review evidence. If you'll think about television shows and movies, or maybe if you've been involved in a court case where you see a criminal court a jury, they sit there quietly. They take notes. They're not allowed to ask any questions. They're not allowed to cross-examine. They're not allowed to even review evidence during the trial phase of it. They can only do that once they go back to deliberate. Grand jury is different. You can ask questions. You can ask questions of myself. You can ask questions of Jason, our expert witness. You can ask to review the video. The only evidence you'll have for your cases to make your decision tonight will be the video. We do ask you, as this grand jury, we ask you to decide by using the reasonable person standard to determine if there's probable cause to believe that the force you used was justified or not justified. And we ask you to do this objectively. Review only the evidence that's presented here tonight, not things you've seen before, videos even if you've seen portions of the videos we'll see tonight. Please just use the information that we're showing you here tonight to make your decision. This is what we ask of jurors when they sit on these panels in our justice system. We ask that they only review the evidence presented and review this case as an individual case and not as some sort of collective. We do ask that you do that. Let's talk about the reasonable person standard. The reasonable person standard is a legal standard. It's not a specific individual. It's not you or I even, but it's a hypothetical construct, an average person who acts with ordinary prudence and common sense. Folks, it's not the smartest guy in the room, but it's not the dumbest guy in the room either. It's just the average person. And this is the lens that we ask all jurors in our criminal justice system to review evidence and to review cases as an objective, reasonable person. Unlike a regular jury or a trial jury, we ask that those jurors are convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. That's pretty high standard. That means when you lay your head on your pillow at night, you'll have no worries. You'll sleep tight because whatever decision you made, like it or not, there was no doubt in your mind. It's different for a grand jury. In a grand jury, we're not asking you to determine someone's guilt. We're asking you to see, is there a probable cause to believe that a crime has been committed? In probable cause, we hear that a lot, but the general definition of that is more likely than not, a crime has occurred, and more likely than not, the accused is responsible. So it's not a real high standard that we're asking you to be convinced. If you think that it's more likely than not, the force was not reasonable, then you should return a true bill. If you believe that the force was more likely than not reasonable, then you should return a no bill. I'll go over the true bill and no bill a little bit more in a second. We have some rules. The rules of the game are real simple. 3 out of 5 votes wins the day. It's a majority decision. All 5 of you do not have to be convinced at the same level for the same vote for us to proceed. Just 3 out of 5. Majority vote wins. The jury may have one of 2 findings. I just mentioned it a few seconds ago. A true bill, in some cases, we know this is an indictment. When you hear that James Coney has been indicted, he received a true bill from a grand jury, which is exactly this: formal charges, and they allow it to continue on in the due process system. You actually get to trial. In order for any person convicted in the United States, in any state on federal or even state charges, they have to be true billed or indicted on a felony charge. Otherwise, the trial judge can't hear it. So if you're convinced beyond, if you're convinced at the probable cause level the force was unlawful or the force was unjustified, then you would return a true bill, which is an indictment, sending it further and continuing the prosecution of this U.S. citizen. If you believe that the probable cause does not exist, that a crime or the force was unreasonable or a crime has been committed, then you should return a no bill. And that's no formal charges. Here in the United States, and we're lucky to have this, we have the grand jury system as a filter between the government's boot and the citizen's neck. It takes a panel of citizens to weigh evidence and determine if the state has enough to even continue with their prosecution of a citizen. And a no bill ends it. A true bill allows it to continue. But we are this on-off switch as citizens of this great United States and this grand jury system, which is one of the reasons I do this show. I think a lot of people, it's a secret proceeding. I think a lot of people don't know exactly how these things work. And why would you, unless you've been indicted, which is an unfortunate situation, or you've had the privilege to be selected and sit on a grand jury. Okay. Do we have any questions before we get to our first case? Going once, going twice. All right, Big Ron, we have no questions. Let's do the first case.
Let's fire it up.
911 emergency.
Hi, we have someone loitering around.
What's the address of the emergency?
North Columbine Street.
House, apartment, or business?
It's a house.
Okay, what's the emergency?
I'm going to hand you over to my brother.
Sure.
Okay, hello?
Hi, what's the emergency?
Hello, yes. It seems like someone's just loitering. I think he's like tweaking. I don't think he's doing well.
So is he inside your house, in your backyard?
No, this is the neighborhood. Like basically right outside my neighbor's driveway.
Okay.
They were there and they just were sitting there and they're kind of looking suspicious a little bit. Like they're not my neighbor and I don't think they're home, but I tried to text my neighbor. But yeah, this person, I did walk up to them and ask them if they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be a little bit off. Like they're probably like on something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just don't know if they're just kind of suspiciously.
So is he
Okay.
black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He seems to be white.
How old approximately?
I would say maybe like 30.
Height and weight?
He's a very skinny fellow, maybe
Okay,
like
what about height?
5'10", about like 5'10",
What color
about
shirt?
160. Like a green
And what color pants?
pants. I think they were like brown.
Is he alone?
Yes, I
Does he
think they
appear
were
to
in the
live?
backpack.
Does he appear to be a homeless person, a transient?
Yeah, it seems to be one of those.
Okay. Any backpack?
Yeah, looks like he has a backpack on.
Do you know if he has weapons or under the influence of any alcohol or mental problems? I know about the drugs.
I don't
What
know
about
if he has weapons, but he seemed to be carrying a brick at
Okay.
one point.
Okay. So does he still have that brick in his hand?
I don't know. I'm inside my house now.
Okay. Okay, we'll send someone out as soon as possible, okay?
Yes, thank you.
you. Bye-bye. Anaheim Police, operator.
Hi, I'm calling from John Marshall Elementary School, and I'm calling because there's a gentleman that has been outside of our, like, across our campus, but he's walking with a shovel, and it's been over an hour that he's been here, and it seems like the shovel is broken. At first, he didn't have it on hand, but now he does. And when my my coworkers went to lunch, they noticed them, and they came back an hour later, and
Is this
they're still
guy
there.
a male white in his 30s, 5'10", thin build, green shirt, brown pants, and
Yeah.
a backpack?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now he's moved. So now he's on Falmouth or on Columbine?
Falmouth.
Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
And he's on the sidewalk, correct?
He's on the street. He was at the entrance of like our parking lot, but now he moved to the street and is just pacing around.
But the last place you saw him was Falmouth?
Yes.
Okay.
One of my other coworkers also mentioned it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's here."
So is he holding the wooden part of the shovel or the other side?
The wooden part, which seems to be broken because they took a picture.
Okay.
So
he
it's the
doesn't have the
wooden
actual
part.
shovel part?
It still shows, that the shovel is there at the bottom part.
Okay, so he's just
Some-
carrying a shovel then?
Yeah, but it's broken yeah.
Okay.
He has it like carrying it like towards his back, holding the broken part on hand.
One moment.
Mhm.
We'll go ahead and send officers out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Still on one.
No shit. Sit down. Sit down. Shot. Come here. Hey.
Got a 998, the subject right now. I'm at a Falmouth and Holly.
Copy, Falmouth and Holly unit 10-3 for 998.
The following is body-worn camera footage from the involved officer.
Got a 998, the subject right now. I'm at a Falmouth and Holly.
Immediately after the officer-involved shooting, an Anaheim Fire and Rescue paramedic team was requested to respond to the scene. Officers rendered medical aid to Mr. Martinez, including providing chest compressions and the application of chest seals. An Anaheim Fire and Rescue paramedic team arrived and assumed care. Mr. Martinez was transported to a local hospital where he passed away.
Okay, jury, there's your first case for the night. Do we have any questions? Or do we have any portions of the video we'd like to see again?
I would like to see the body cam footage again.
Does that satisfy you?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
125. Got a.
Anybody else or any other portions of the video we'd like to see again?
I just have a question.
Have we just lost juries? We just lose our jury? What's going on here?
Did you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, go. Yeah, I got you, Eric. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah. So I just is there any verification whether or not that first shot or bam, 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 bam was that first shot while he was hitting the car with the shovel, and that's what directed his attention to him, or do we know?
Well, we don't have audio. I can run the video back and see if you can make some sort of determination by watching the recoil on the pistol, but there's no audio. And by the way, on these body-worn cameras, they have the ability, and this is every body-worn camera by every agency across the nation, that when you reach up and to engage it because an incident's occurred that you want to capture, it goes backwards. Some places have them set to go 1.5 minutes. Some places have them set to go back 2 minutes. So wherever they go back and record, because they're kind of recording all the time, they just save it 2 minutes back, or they save it 1.5 minutes back, but it never has audio. So that's why you don't have audio initially on this, because it happens so quickly.
Can we watch the car video again so we hear whatever strikes something, and then we can determine maybe how many seconds it is until there's a gunfire?
No shit.
Sit down. Sit down. Shot. Come here. Hey.
That help? We want to watch it and hear it again.
That helped me, Dr. Ansel. That was a good call. That actually put it in perspective. I think he didn't start shooting until that dude started coming at him. That's apparently what I
There
saw.
were 2 strikes on the vehicle, and then pursuant to the officer's chest camera, then we see him walking towards the officer, correct?
We'll go back and watch that little portion again.
That's what it looked like to me, but yeah.
You can't see, but you can see the feet, the way his feet are orientated there.
That's where
He's
he
either-
struck the car twice, correct?
Correct. Now, I'm going to
If I
take that
heard
back.
correctly,
Watch.
the officer demanded that he sit down. Is that what we heard?
I don't know that we had any real commands there, but I want you to go back and pay attention because we don't have audio. Watch the action on the pistol.
Yeah, I saw it rack.
We have a tendency to start watching what the guy's doing with the shovel, but let's watch what the guy's doing with the what the officer's doing here with the action. I'll try to get a little closer. Three shots in very quick succession.
Yeah, nice. That it was racking after he had started coming towards him.
Yeah, that gives me what I need.
All right, you know what that sounds like to me, Big Ron? That sounds like deliberations. Let's put a clock up. All right, folks, this is the portion of the show where you guys deliberate. You have 10 minutes to come up with a vote on a verdict, decision on a verdict, which in this case would be a true bill or a no bill. True bill is an indictment. No bill means no further charges. This incident is over with. So I want to go to, you're going to have to take the banners down because I can't see anyone's name. I just see white dots. There we go. I want to go to Shane first. Shane, did you get a chance? You've been bouncing in and out. Did you get a chance to see the video?
Did. And if somebody is coming running at me swinging like a shovel, which they can be, they're designed to dig and cut. I'm a no bill on this thing all day long. Like, what is that guy supposed to do? That all happened so quick.
So you're saying that if someone's coming at you with a shovel, if you're a reasonable person, you say it's reasonable that one would fear for their life or serious bodily injury with someone's coming at them with a shovel?
Correct. If that hit your neck, you swing that thing, you're bleeding out rapidly.
Okay. No, it's fair enough. I just wanted to be clear on that. Let's go to Tom. Tom, is your audio up with us, brother? I know you're bouncing out too.
Yes. Yes,
Give me your initial impression on the video. You had two 911 calls.
See it again? Or you can just explain.
You see the video again?
Yeah, I kind of bounced it out. I might have to. I'll just put the stream on.
Okay, no, I got you. Hang on. Let me give you a quick call on this, and I'll show you the two videos that we have. There's two 911 calls about a disturbed person, one with a brick, and then the second call, a man with a shovel that's threatening folks or acting odd in the streets. It's suspicious is what they say. Law enforcement arrives, and this is what we're going to see with the initial dash cam coming up. As soon as I can walk it there, right here. So pay attention to this. Okay, Tom, you can see our subject on the right-hand side of the screen about to walk into the pedestrian crosswalk section.
No shit. Sit down.
Okay, I don't need to say anymore. Yep. Indict.
So you're already at reasonable with that. That's all you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the shop, just him running, like, yeah.
Okay.
Just to get, if a guy just came running to you, like, I mean, I think that force was absolutely fine. I mean, if a guy comes randomly running to you with a shovel, then you definitely know they have bad intentions.
Well, and let's don't forget the standard. We're looking at things through the reasonable person lens. And let me add one more aspect to that is that every person, police officer or not, in the United States has the right to defend their life if they have a credible fear of something that could end their life or cause serious bodily injury. And as Shane was speaking of, getting hit in the neck with a shovel or getting panned in the head with a shovel could do both those, serious bodily injury and or death, that it's reasonable to believe that would happen. So as long as the officer, or you believe that if the officer said, hey, I was scared he was going to hit me in the head with that shovel, and you go, that's reasonable, then really the force is reasonable because the officer's telling you that's what he believed was happening there. Let's go to Hawk.
Okay, looking at this, I'm going to say no, Bill, because somebody comes at me with a shovel, that's definitely a deadly weapon. And in and of itself, I'm going to defend myself.
And remember, we're not asking what you would do. It's the reasonable person standard. And this one's pretty easy, so I'm not going to beat you up on that. But when we're not asking, the DA is not going to call up Hawk and say, Hawk, come down here because you have all this experience. Come tell us how you'd handle this. It's just not the way it's done. We don't want the most experienced person or the smartest person on a jury. I don't want the smartest person on a jury judging me. I want a reasonable person. So I'm going to push you guys to stick to that a little bit. Dr. A, I want to go to you. What do you think about this first video?
Hey, I'm going to say reasonable force on the part of the officer, no bill. I believe that with a man running at you, swinging, not just threatening with a shovel, making contact twice with the car and then advancing on him. He made reasonable force, and I believe that he made reasonable effort to command. Again, we heard it from the car video. He did yell out a command. I believe it was to sit down, but he yelled out, and the individual was still coming at him with a raised shovel, which has already been swung. So I'm going to say reasonable standard.
Okay, I'll buy that. Very well said. But I actually have a question for you, Dr. A. You say you're satisfied because he gave some commands. Is that necessary? If the officer had given no commands, would you have a problem with this?
In this case, no, because the individual was still advancing towards him. If the individual was not advancing towards him, I believe that, compliance with his commands would have been important. But like I said, the individual was still advancing. So no, I don't believe it was necessary.
Very good. Swamp Marine.
No bill.
That's it. Just no bill. You're ready to go, right?
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. Guy's coming at you with the shovel. He's probably, no bill.
All right, folks. I always put the easy one to get things warmed up. Big Ron, let's take down that clock. And we have a unanimous verdict on this decision as a no bill. Let's post it. No bill, no formal charges. This officer gets to, once he's cleared by the grand jury, gets to go on about his life. No charges coming forth for him. Let's, let's don't keep it easy. Big Ron, let's put up case number 2.
At approximately 1:49 a.m., a trooper with Louisiana State Police Troop A observed a white Saturn Outlook traveling on LA 431 near LA 935 with an inoperable right rear taillight. The trooper activated his overhead emergency lights and initiated a traffic stop.
LA 431 and 935 with 150 Juliet Delta Yankee 150 JD.
Driver! You can come on back here for me. Come on back here for me, please. Yeah, get out and come on back here.
After another prolonged delay, Nicholas eventually exited, and both met near the rear of the Saturn.
Hey, come on over here for me, man.
Outside, my phone dropped.
You good? Let's get over here. We ain't in the road. So, state police. The reason why I'm pulling you over, you got tail light out.
It's not out. It just got tape on.
You can't see that thing at all.
My bad. If you pull it off, you can. It's on.
What happened to it? It's just broke.
Car wash did that.
Man, what car wash you go to?
The little car wash, like down on 74.
Which side? Which side 74? Towards like Airline, or you talking about back towards like St. Gabriel?
No, close by like what it is. Almost right there by Dutchtown, by the school.
The one across from Harvest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure I stay away from that one so I don't break your headlight or none.
Yeah, I usually try to wash it myself. It just happened like about a week ago.
Damn.
It just happened, sir.
I got you. I'm going to pick my wife up from work. Is it your car?
Yes,
Fresh
sir.
to D?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
After explaining the reason for the stop, the trooper asked for Nicholas's driver's license. Nicholas said the driver's license was in his vehicle. The trooper then asked Nicholas if there were any weapons in the vehicle, to which Nicholas responded, no.
You got your license on you now?
It's in the car.
All right, cool. You gonna grab it for me?
Yes, sir.
Look, before you go reaching any guns or anything in the car?
No, sir.
Perfect. Go ahead and grab it for me.
As the trooper and Nicholas walked to the open driver's door of the Saturn, the trooper smelled the odor of marijuana emitting from inside the vehicle and observed a semi-automatic pistol with an extended magazine on the driver's side floorboard.
Hey, come back here. No, get out the car. Come here.
The trooper ordered Nicholas to turn around, began placing him in handcuffs, and informed him he was being detained.
Get out the car. Turn around for him, put your hands behind your back. All right? Look, right now you're just being detained, okay? Stop! Get the ball! Get out! All you with?
You will now see the same interaction through the body-worn camera footage.
Right now you're just being detained, okay? Stop! Get the ball! Get out! All you with?
Shot fired, shot fired.
Go forward. It's in the car. Drivers took off. Had a gun in the seat. Reach around the car.
Nicholas fled north on LA 431, and the trooper immediately pursued. Approximately 1.5 miles north of the original location, the vehicle stopped in the roadway.
Tail lights out. Heading north of 431. Be stopping near that lane. Driver! Get out of the car!
Hit.
1050. Drop! Car.
Good.
1050. Suspect stop near Prescott Drive. Drop! Get out of the car!
During this portion of the video, the trooper continues to give loud verbal commands as he waits for backup to arrive. For time purposes, this portion of the video has been sped up.
Can you tell how many times it's occupied?
One time black male with gun on the floorboard by the driver's seat. Other additional units are going 1097.
Assisting troopers and deputies arrived on the scene and made contact with Nicholas, who had sustained critical injuries. Responding units requested emergency medical services and administered CPR. Nicholas was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced deceased. Responding deputies located a pistol discarded in a ditch between the location of the initial traffic stop and where Nicholas's vehicle ultimately came to rest. The pistol collected matched the description of the firearm the trooper previously observed under the driver's seat.
All right, Jerry, there is case number 2. Do we have a portion of this video we'd like to see again?
This is Angela. I'd like to recommend that we see the video again just prior to the officer shooting.
So the kind of the midpoint of the traffic stop?
Correct.
Like what it is. Almost right there by Dutchtown, by the school.
I think that's
The one across from Harvest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure I stay away from that one so I don't break your headlight or none.
Yeah,
Taillight
see,
or none.
I usually try to wash it myself. It just happened like about a week ago.
Damn.
It just happened, sir.
I got you.
I'm going to pick my wife up from work.
Perfect.
After explaining, Nicholas said there were any weapons.
You got your license on you now?
It's in the car.
All right, cool. You gonna grab it for me?
Yes, sir.
Look, before you go reaching any guns or anything in the car?
No, sir.
Perfect. Go ahead and grab it for me.
As the trooper and Nicholas walked to the open driver's door of the Saturn, the trooper smelled the odor of marijuana emitting from inside the vehicle and observed a semi-automatic pistol with an extended magazine on the driver's side floorboard.
Hey, come back here. No, get out the car. Come here.
The trooper ordered Nicholas to turn around, began placing him in handcuffs, and informed him he was being detained.
Get out the car. Turn around for him, put your hands behind your back. All right. So right now you're just being detained, okay? Stop! Get the ball! Get out! On your way! Right now you're just being detained, okay? Stop! Get the ball! Get out! On your way! Get the ball! Get out! On your way!
You will now see the same interaction through the body.
Stop! Get the ball! Get out! On your way!
The body cam version of that so quick. His body cam gets knocked off, and you just see it rolling. Grass, pavement, grass, pavement. Do we want to see this again? Did that satisfy? Okay, I'm going to say that that's satisfied then. Any questions before we go to deliberations? Let me add this on this one. The times that you can use deadly force, you can defend yourself. You can defend a third person. The police officers can use deadly force in a third scenario is that a reasonable person would believe that the escape of this person would put other citizens in immediate danger. And it can be the way maybe they were driving. It could be the way they handle a firearm. There's not like one, set definition of what this is, but it goes back to that reasonable person. Would a reasonable person believe that this person's escape from this traffic stop presented danger to the public at large? That is the third aspect, or the third time you can use deadly force, and I think you should probably consider that in this situation. If there's no questions, let's drop the video, put a clock up. Reset to 10, and we're reset to 10. I'm going to, we lost a juror member, did we not? Is Shane back? Let me try that. Let's go back. Go ahead, Shane. I'm going to let you go first on this one.
So it looks to me like as the individual speeds away, like the officer is a little bit caught up in getting pulled a little bit, like whether it's the door slamming shut on his hands or what have you. But then he immediately seems to fire the way it looks, as best we can tell. But if the officer is put in harm's way, and then what you just said, Joe, of what if they go do something, potentially harmful elsewhere, where does it start and stop? Like, I don't know. I'm not. This will be an interesting one to hear everybody else's conclusions on this. But he has a gun on the floor, extended mag, all that, which I don't care about that. I mean, you do you with your mags, but at the end of the day, he could have actually harmed the officer if he would have got hung up and dragged in that car. And officer responded in the split second, and there's where I kind of see it.
Okay, so you think it was a split second from the time that the officer was entangled in the vehicle that's pulling away, and the time that he actually fired and used deadly force?
It appears once the car pulled away, it appears once the car pulls away, he's like within a matter of a second or two, whatever it may be, he's firing at that vehicle and then running back to his vehicle to then pursue.
I actually thought he was sounding like he was firing before he even took off.
Hey, folks, I'm going to pause just for a second. The clock. We've lost Tom. We can't have a 4-person jury because we can wind up in a tie. So I brought Moon Goddess up. She's one of our Patreon support tier members and loyal watcher of the show. Sorry, Moon Goddess, for me bringing you up blind like that, because, folks, I'm telling her at the same time I'm telling you that we're going to bring her and seat her as the jury. I'm sorry, who did I step on? Was it Eric? Swamp
Yeah,
Run?
it was just me. I was just.
Go ahead, sir.
And I almost probably should pull myself out of the jury. I won't, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of Louisiana State Troopers, and they are known for being that. And I don't have a good opinion of them to begin with, and that was definitely, to me, way, way, way too much.
So you're uncomfortable with that use of force?
Oh yeah. The dude was picking up his wife. All the information said he was picking up. I mean, it was a very cool conversation. Okay, he lied. He had a gun on the floor. Okay, he's running away. And I'm sorry, I just don't think you should shoot people in the back while they're running away. And like I said, I've had experience. I had a gas station for years, and I did not.
You see, now you're doing exactly what would concern me if I were being accused by the state. You're going to come into this jury, and you're going to talk about a Louisiana State trooper that you may have run into that you didn't like that guy, and this thing happens. But when it looks at individually, let's say you convict this officer, you're on a jury trial, and you convict him, and he goes to prison for 20 years. You know, he's the only person from the Louisiana State Highway Patrol who's going to serve prison, right? So it's really not about the state patrol. We're looking at the individual. He's a citizen. He was a citizen before he was a state trooper. And I think we owe folks that. And I'll let you finish your story. Actually, I'm not going to let you finish your story because I want you to taint the jury with telling us about something that happened at another time.
I'll speak in on it too.
I did preface that. I said I shouldn't do that, so I did.
You know, you did. No, that's fair enough. Let's go to Dr. A.
Yeah. I also felt it was excessive. However, the officer's body-worn cam was lost during the struggle. I would want to get his complete side of the story first as to what transpired from the time he saw the weapon on the floor.
Now, Dr. A, I mean,
Yes.
you get like every other jury, you get the evidence that was presented. You got to make
Based on the evidence presented, I would say it was excessive force. I believe that the individual in the car was already fleeing. The officer was not at risk. Neither was the gun or the car being used to harm him. His life was not threatened. And I actually believe that firing on the vehicle and injuring the driver could have caused more damage down the road because the driver could have run into another car head on, whatever. I believe it was excessive force.
Very good. Moon Goddess, weigh in on this.
All right. I am going to say no, Bill. And the reason I'm going to say that is because that's a 4,000-pound weapon. His life very much was in danger. When you take off like that, he gets caught up, he gets his hand, he's drugged, he's dead. The car could run over him. He could slide up underneath the car. Absolutely no, Bill.
Okay, well let me pause your scenario there because I see what you're saying. Jason, you don't have to post comments, brother. We're going to come to you after this. I just can't let you talk right now. You'll taint my jury, but we're going to go to Jason after this to get his opinion on this one. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you, Dr. A, would it change your mind if the officer had fired while he was entangled with the vehicle and the vehicle was pulling away?
In my opinion, that would be a very different situation. Yes.
So what the heartburn you have with this is that, the shot's kind of late, man. I mean, there wasn't. I would say there is.
There was moving and it was going in the opposite direction. Correct.
Well, hang on. I say there is a time period in there, a short time period, where that officer's life was in danger when he was entangled in that vehicle and the guy's speeding away. Right, as Moon Goddess said, you could have gone underneath it. You could have. In the law world, man, there's a rule: you never grab a hold of a moving vehicle. Just go get yours and chase it because you're not going to win hanging onto a car. But either way. I think that while he was entangled in the vehicle, if he had pulled his pistol and shot while he was still hanging on, that might have been different. But you're saying you're saying that would have been different if that was the case. But since the shots were
100%.
so late, the time had passed for the deadly force. Yeah.
Correct. By the time he shot, he was not entangled in the vehicle.
Okay. And Moon Goddess, you say that's not the case. Do you want to go back and watch the video? Do you think the shots were closer to the entanglement time
I
period?
think that the shots were fired because he had a gun in the car, for one. The officer don't know if he's going to pull that gun out and hang out the window and shoot at him.
Well, the only way that
At that
gun
point, he was
hang
a
on.
threat.
Hang on. The only way that gun was actually unlawful in the state of Louisiana was that he was a felon, and he didn't know that at the time.
Doesn't matter though. There's still a gun in the car. The guy has access to a gun to shoot the cop.
Okay. I want to go to Hawk real quick.
Well, if I can get my mic to unmute. I think from looking at this one, he had a valid reason, obviously, for the stop. He had a valid reason to put him under restraint. When he started fighting and jumped in the car, there's a weapon in the car that was observed. The fact that he then ran muddies the waters. I personally would want the officer to explain or describe in more detail what exactly was going on in his mind.
You know how many people sit on the jury and say, I wish you'd give me some evidence that would make me feel better about this? You get the evidence that you got, bro.
I understand. And the evidence I'm seeing, he has some standing. But I didn't see a direct threat to him other than the vehicle pulling away.
But is that the standard, a direct threat or perception? The reasonable person, you're going to have to mute up, brother, when you're talking, man. That feedback in my ears is killing me. But what's the standard? Is the standard that it was there, or would a reasonable person perceive it to be there? Because there is a difference.
Yes, there is. And in this case, a reasonable person would get the hell out of the door. I mean, I think, somebody tries to pull away, you're not going to try to hang on to him. He's a cop. He's going to try to hold on to the person because he's trying to hold him under restraint. In that situation, the circumstances are slightly different.
Okay. So is there a decision in all that?
I'm going to have to send this.
Question.
We got 35
did he get
seconds.
one cuff on or not? I know. Did he get one cuff on or not?
I
Because he
believe
said
he
he
did
was simply
get
being
one.
detained. He wasn't being under arrest.
He either got
So
one.
if he still had his hand wrapped around that chain of in between those two cuffs, and that guy's all of a sudden just drops it in drive and starts pulling, this guy's hand is caught up in that, and it starts to drag him a little bit. Then he figures out how to release all that. I don't know. This is kind of an interesting one.
Look, man, you can't come in imagining things. you saw what you saw. You have to make the decision on that. In fact, that's where we're at, folks. That's 10 minutes. We've got to make a decision. I'm going to go to. I see white dots. I'm going to go to you first, Shane. True bill or no bill? Can't hear you. All right, let's try to go to Eric. Eric, true bill or no bill?
True bill.
There's one for an indictment. Moon Goddess, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
1-1 tie. Shane, are you back with us?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. True bill or no bill?
Hear me?
No
No bill.
or no bill? There you go. So that's 2 no bills, 1 true bill. Hawk, true bill or no bill?
I got a true bill this one.
All right. Angela, did they change your mind? Are you still true bill?
True bill.
Post a verdict, Big Ron. We've got a true bill. We got an indictment. Send that officer to trial. we burned some time here, but I want to go to Jason. 30 years law enforcement. You've been on many traffic stops. You've been a police supervisor to where you've investigated these types of things. Even if it didn't happen to you, you've had your fingers all up in the middle of these type of situations. So what's your opinion on this?
You know, just looking at the totality of the circumstances here, once the guy was told he was being detained and the fight's on, prior to that, he sees a weapon in the car, smells an odor of marijuana. If you look at the bigger picture here, most normal people just would have allowed the handcuffs to go on. It kind of goes into, this guy reaches for this gun, and I'm putting my mindset in that officers right now. If I let this guy get this gun, now I'm in a shootout. And there's a chance I'm going to be dead. If I let this guy flee at that point, now we're injuring public safety. So the officer's really put in a bad spot. You know, you can back off, or in that moment, that weapon is a deadly vehicle. Being drugged down the road is deadly force or great bodily harm. Allowing him to get a gun is deadly force, great bodily harm. Him fleeing that moment is deadly force or bodily harm to the public. I don't think the officer had a choice. I really don't. And now to go to the officer's side to it, tactically, I would never arrest somebody next to an open car door. I would have walked him back to my car to eliminate that possibility, take the vehicle out of it, and then put him detained there, secure the gun. So the officer made mistakes, but in the same breath, the way it went down, I don't think the officer had a choice. It was risk to himself, risk to the safety of others. And this guy, it's just easy. Just follow directions and none of this happens.
So you're a no bill on that.
100% no bill.
You know what? It's rare that you and I disagree, but I'm actually going to go on Angela's side on this, but not for the same reasons. I think that the shots, honestly, we're in the OODA loop. I'll tell you this. I would indict. I'd be comfortable with an indictment or a true bill on this. But if I was sitting on the jury, it'd be not guilty. I think that in his mind, he's still being drugged. There for those that don't know, there is a time difference from the time you see something, you process it, you decide what action to take, and before your hands make that action. So sometimes things kind of just get started and they finish out, and I think that's where that was at. But I'd be comfortable with. I'm comfortable with you guys' decision tonight on a true bill. I think that it's reasonable. But I think if you look at it on the beyond a reasonable doubt, I don't think it exists. Let me go back. I don't think there was a true threat to the public at large. There was nobody else on the road. And when we talk about the public at large, it's not like they might, because they're drunk, they might run into somebody. It's that they've either demonstrated something that you can articulate, like pointing guns at folks, walking down the street, pointing guns at people, and you see people down the street walking. You know what? You got to do something about that, because now the general public's in large. You could use deadly force to stop that situation, but I don't believe that existed here. I think there was deadly force used against the officer with taking off, the resisting arrest and taking off. Of course, the officer is going to try to he's probably not trying to pull the suspect out as much as he's trying to get to the gear shift and grab the keys so he can't drive away. But he lost that battle and the vehicle drives away. But that's my assessment on it. I think you guys did a good job on that. I'm impressed with the jury on case number 2. They don't get any easier. Jason, I'll give you a quick 20 seconds. We keep it 20 seconds to rebut me, but we got to get to some range-minded in the other videos. But take 20 seconds if you'd like to rebut what I just said.
No, I disagree wholeheartedly. I think the officer was there's a kind of action reactions in there, and you have all this shit going on so fast, and what your brain is processing in that moment. Maybe, and I agree, Joe, on this, maybe he gets indicted, but there's no way he's going to be found guilty on this one. There's no way.
You just literally said I couldn't agree more, and then when you wind up just
no, I didn't say.
You said the same thing that I said.
No, if he gets indicted, I don't care if he gets indicted.
Literally have a jury sitting here. We could ask them to decide. They're reasonable people. We've established this.
I don't think he wanted to get dragged, and I don't think he wanted the general public to get hurt. And if you look at the driving conduct prior to that, that's a big part of this too. So,
Like he stopped him for a busted tail light. What driving conduct?
No. Sorry.
That was a Saturn. Now, don't think I didn't let that go by and unnoticed that. Did you notice that, Jason?
Oh, I did.
The man was
But
driving a Saturn.
I'm more pissed off at Subarus than Saturn at this point in my life, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, until somebody in Saturn tries to drag you. All right, hey, we need to get some videos here, folks. Range Minded Podcast. If you're a 2A individual, freedom loving individual, American, you should be watching the Range Minded Podcast. He keeps up with everything 2A, both on the legal side and also the trade craft side of it. He's plenty of gun techniques and parts and weapon reviews. He puts out an episode every week. Range Minded is our favorite when it comes to 2A podcast, and he's up for this year a Grundy for Micro Podcaster of the Year. It should go to Grundy.com, which are awards given to small content or content producers in the 2A realm. But go give him a vote on the Grundy. Let's see if we can't get him to secure that, but he's been nominated. Let's run that video, Big Ron.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what time does the store close? Or where's the best cheeseburger near me? Well, I'm not going to answer those questions. That's what your damn phone is for. Use that. Instead, if you have stuff related, to the 2A world, I'm your man. My name's Steve. I run the Range Minded Podcast. On the podcast, we talk about all things Second Amendment, whether it be new guns or gear. Maybe we talk about some training. We'll dig into Washington and the shenanigans they get up to. Sometimes we talk about the Supreme Court and the crap that they're doing. It's always a good time, a little smorgasbord of the 2A, if you don't mind me using that narrative. Either way, you can find us whether on YouTube or Rumble, Range Minded Podcast. I'm also on all sorts of streaming services, wherever you listen to your podcast. Range Minded Podcast. You can jump on the website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Maybe stop by, buy a patch and some other things. There you can link to the social medias and all that other stuff. Hope to see you there. It's always a good time. Anyways, you guys have fun, stay safe, and always stay range-minded. See you guys soon.
Yes, folks, Range Minded. It's the rangemindedpodcast.com. He's got great patches and does a lot of stuff. Gundy. I may have said it wrong, but folks, it's the Gundy. And it's the thegundys.com. Range Minded Podcast. Guys, get out there and give him a vote. It could come down to a single vote. Wouldn't it be great for our guy to win that? Okay, we're going to go to we're case number 3. Am I right, Big Ron? I didn't hear you, Big Ron. Case number 3, right? That's where we're at?
Case number 3, and we are good on time.
Okay, great. I'm going to tell you guys, they don't get any easier. Big Ron, run case number 3. Let's make some palms sweat.
I swear to God, on my daughter's life, I've got fucking fentanyl inside of me, and they're trying to send me back to the jail where they're gonna fucking let me die. I don't give a fuck what I'm telling you.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm saying I don't give a fuck what the hospital does.
Okay, cool. Well then, whatever. I don't know what else you want me to do.
Sir. Sir. Ah. Sir.
Sir. Sir, will you please listen to me? I have got fentanyl inside of me. Last night, I swallowed, it's in aluminum foil, wrapped up. It's in a baggie, it's in aluminum foil, individually wrapped up in aluminum foil. I swallowed it yesterday. Look, they x-rayed me last night. The x-ray, listen, please listen to me. The x-ray machine, the screen, I could see the screen when he did the x-ray. I seen the package clearly right there. He's come in there, he said, well, we didn't find nothing inside you. I said, bullshit, I seen it on the screen myself. I said, can you bring the image in here and show it to me? He said, no. He said, I didn't send it out. So he took another one. This time they turned the screen away from me. Just come back and said the same shit. I kept telling every nurse to come by. I was like, I got fentanyl inside, I got fentanyl inside me, I got fentanyl inside. They wouldn't listen to me. Finally, I got a doctor in there and I made her show me the screen. And I showed it to her. They moved me to ICU. I have not went to the bathroom since. I have not went to the bathroom, period. I've got fucking fentanyl inside of me. I've been telling everybody and nobody's fucking listening to me. Why are y'all not fucking listening to me? Are y'all trying to kill me? Then why don't y'all listen to me? But you don't care. Huh?
Not really, no.
You don't believe me?
No.
All my daughter's life, I've got one daughter, she's 17 years old and she fucking hates my goddamn guts. All my daughter's life, and the only thing I love in this fucking world is her. I've got fentanyl inside of me. On this camera, I've got fucking fentanyl inside of me, so when I fucking die in the jail, it's y'all's fault. Huh? What'd you say?
Okay.
Y'all are a piece of shit. Y'all are a fucking piece of shit. You're a piece of shit for that, man. Huh?
Thank you.
Thank me. Why don't you fucking believe me? Why don't you believe me, man? Huh? Why don't you believe me? Dude, I'm not lying to you. But you don't give a fuck. That's what you're saying. So you're gonna put me in jail and you don't give a fuck that I'm telling you this and you're gonna let me die in jail. Huh? Fucking hate y'all. What are you gonna do, wreck and kill me? Huh? What? You were doing the speed limit? I hate this shit. can't fucking breathe, man. Huh? No.
Fucking idiot. He's trying to choke himself.
Cal? You alright? Billy, you alright? This place we're stopped on Willett Road. Let's go, yeah. We need. I can't feel it. My neck, you saw my fucking neck in the door, you fucking freak. My neck. My neck. I can't feel it. You good? I think he slammed my fucking head in the door.
Billy, bend your leg.
Nick! Call 911, call 911.
Come on. Stand up.
Nick!
Stand up. Billy, stand up.
Nick! He slammed my fucking neck in the door.
Grab him up by the shoulder. It's going to pop out of sight.
Get off
You gotta
me.
stand up.
Get off me, man. He slammed my fucking face.
Okay, jurors, there's case number 3. We want to watch any parts of this video again?
I do not.
No? No parts you want to hear again?
No, I'm good.
Big Ron, let's put up a 10-minute clock. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go to Shane first. Shane, are you with us?
I am. So this is a really interesting one, Joe. If you're dumb enough to swallow fentanyl, I guess you deserve, number one. Number two, when somebody claims that they did swallow fentanyl in the first place, you should probably take them to the doctor to make sure, or a hospital to make sure that they're not lying. Number three, the brutal beating in the car while fully restrained. That one's way over the top. And we don't know what the outcome is because we only have the video of what we have at hand. So I don't know. This is a very, very interesting one. To sit and ground pound somebody like that.
Let me give some background. This was a transport officer. He wasn't the original arresting officer. This person had been arrested. It sounds like claimed that said that he'd swallowed fentanyl, but he was in a hospital gown. They were picking him up from the hospital and going to book him in jail. So he'd been cleared by medical, evidently.
But
you're saying the force that he used to stop the guy from choking himself was excessive.
Well, okay. Take the seat, the belt off around his neck and reconfigure him, but to sit and just ground pound him like that when he's obviously fully restrained with handcuffs, that part was a little bit tough to watch.
But did you see what he was doing with his feet?
Sure,
just to be clear, he was able to get the seatbelt around his neck and then take the slack with his feet on the other end. So he was kind of choking himself and shoving him and extending himself. So when the officer was hitting him, the guy's actually trying to kill himself. He's choking himself.
Okay, I'm going to interject here.
Go ahead.
Okay, the guy, excuse me, the guy's trying to choke himself out, so you punch him? I don't get that. I don't understand that at all.
Well, here's what the law generally says in every state, that you can use force and up to deadly force to prevent someone from hurting themselves. So in the case of suicide, you can't use deadly force to prevent a suicide, but you can use everything up to that force.
I don't see the reason that it was necessary, though. I mean, he could have reached in, undid the seatbelt from his neck. He didn't have to punch him.
Okay. And I'll say to that, like, okay, both Joe and Jason have been in law enforcement. Like, if you come to a tragic scene where a car is mangled in a car accident, first thing they do, where I've seen a couple times, you take out your pocket knife and you cut that seat belt. You rip that thing up apart to take away whatever it may be doing at that moment. Why not do the same thing? I'm just, that was a little bit toughery. I don't know.
Okay. Let's get to Dr. A. I'm going to put you smooth on the spot. Tell me about this one.
So it was clear to me that he'd already been to the hospital, checked out, and released from the hospital. They're transporting him. He didn't get the result he wanted from the hospital. Again, like somebody said, even if he did swallow the fentanyl, like, seriously, then poop it out. Like, that's kind of your choice. In the car, it was clear to me that he was processing, putting himself through stress response, and then trying to kill himself. And we may not like the way that the officer tried to stop him from the process of trying to kill himself, but they also knew the length of time they had to get him to wherever they were going. I believe he was trying to subdue him so that they could finish getting him to where he was going. When they couldn't get a response out of him and he tased him and he responded, he knew he was still alive.
Well, that wasn't a tase. He used an aspeton to do a sternum rub. It's a very painful process. If somebody's faking, you're not going to fake too long with a sternum rub.
Correct.
That's what they did. They didn't tase him.
That's what I was. Okay, got it. Wrong tool. Same response. He was making sure the guy was still alive.
For sure, same response. For sure.
Yeah. And they got him to where they were transporting him to, and he was still alive. So, in my humble opinion, there was no excessive force here.
Very well put. We've heard Shane. I want to go to Swamp Marine. Tell us about it, Swamp Marine. Hawk, be ready. I'm coming to you next.
You probably don't want to hear. I'm sorry, that was sadistic. The guy's in restraint. Yeah, they got him where he, but that was. I went anytime, and I'm normally pro law enforcement. You had to bring up the Louisiana State Police just because of it, but that right there was sadistic. And yeah, whatever. And the sternum rubs hurt. So he had good pain control up there for a little bit, and then it got him, and that was a great thing to do. I completely agree with that. But the elbowing and the MMA freaking elbows, no, come on, really. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, Hawk.
My issue with this were the multiple punches and the elbow, throwing the elbow. Those were excessive. Outside of that, I have absolutely nothing negative to say about how they handled the situation. Those punches and the elbow, the throwing the elbows, no, I'm gonna have to true bill that one. I want to know why he felt the need to throw the punches and the elbows, and maybe Jason can explain it, but that's my take on it.
Well, I thought Dr. A, what about her theory on this? I thought it was pretty solid.
Her theory has a lot of merit, but I would want that presented for review.
She did. That's where this works. She did. So you considered it, and you're not. It didn't sway you. Her theory didn't sway you.
It did not sway me enough for a no bill.
Okay, Moon Goddess, where are you at again? You're a true bill or a no bill? Indictment or no charges?
I'm teetering on the fence still. I think it was excessive. I don't think it was absolutely necessary, but I do understand, that time flies and you've got to make a decision. But I do think it was excessive. I can't get past the excessive part.
Okay.
So I'm hung up on this one. Jason,
okay, so you heard. Well, hang on. Let's do some listening for a second. You heard Dr. Angela's, and I'm calling it a theory, but her reasoning on how she came to her decision, and I thought she articulated it very well. We've heard Swamp Marine talk. Hawk as well as articulated. They have an opposing view to Dr. Angela. Which one of those arguments sways you the most?
That's just it. I'm kind of 50-50 right here. I understand. I just don't think it was necessary.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there. Let's go to Shane. Shane, you're gone is where you're at. Shane's gone. Just left when I asked him a question. Y'all see that? Let's give him a second to come back in. Guys, we're down.
Joe, real quick, if I drop off, I'm done because I got four anyway, I don't have much left on this battery, and I am up on a gravel road, and I'm looking for the charge, but I don't have it. So I'm trying not to.
No worries, brother. If you drop out, we'll have an after party, get it charged up. We got an after party when this ends on X. The space is going now. Fidji's running it for us, but join us in there. We'll keep talking about it.
Awesome. Dancing girls?
Oh, Joe.
Yeah. Hawk will be there dancing.
Am I back now?
You're back now. I need a vote for you. Bill or true bill?
Dr. A kind of swayed me on that one. So I'm a no bill.
You're a no bill. Dr. A, have you changed your position? You're still standing firm on a no bill.
Correct. No bill.
That's 2 no bills. Swamp Marine, you're still good on a true indictment, excessive force?
I tell you, Dr. Angela almost swayed me, but no, that was excessive. Sorry.
Okay, a 2-1 count. Hawk.
I'm going to stay with a true bill.
A 2-2 count. Moon Goddess, you're the deciding vote.
Oh, I hate
True
all
bill
of you.
or no bill?
I hate y'all. Don't do this to me. Oh,
It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. It's just more likely than not. And I think if you put it in that context, you've already given the answer.
yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I got to go True Bill. I mean, as much as I hate you, because I am very much pro law enforcement, I'm pro cop.
You didn't indict law enforcement. You just indicted that officer. Whatever
I
sentence
know,
you get,
but I
you'll
just
serve
that really
alone, not
bothers
as
me to do that too.
not as a police officer. But let's get with Big Ron. Post a true bill. We've got an indictment tonight. Very good, Jason. How are we doing on time, Big Ron?
Bottom of the hour. We're good to go.
Okay, Jason, if you'll, I want to give you a few seconds on this one.
So it if I watched that video of one of my cops, I would have fired him. I get what Dr. A was saying, and there's a lot of other things but that is not how you respond to somebody who's trying to kill themselves. I mean, I get you can use force, but good Lord, ground and pound in handcuffs? No. I mean, I was putting myself in his shoes, and I would have cut the seatbelt. That was completely emotional, and that dude lost his shit. And they were pissed off at him before he even got in the car. I just I don't respect anything that dude did. That was wrong to me, 100%.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Okay, I got this video. I didn't get it through my standard outlets. This video is actually a little older. Grand jury did indict that officer on some assault charges and a few other things. But that trial is scheduled for November, and if my paperwork goes in correctly, I'm going to take a recording of that. That'll be one of our night court, the real trial series that we're doing on Wednesday nights. This trial will be in December. We'll show the results of that and have a mock jury there to make a decision to see how the real jury decided on that case. But that case, folks, you got it right. That's way an Arkansas grand jury saw it the same way as you did. That was an indictment. Okay, we need to get some of these promos out of the way, do we not, Big Ron? Where are we at on that?
We could talk about barbecue sauce, or we could talk about child safety.
Let's talk about some Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown, folks, if you didn't know this, Judge Joe Brown was a special prosecutor on the grand jury about 5 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to talk to him about maybe coming back in November and doing maybe one or two more with us. But we learned something from him that night, that he has a line of barbecue sauce, and it's actually very good. Bruce Wayne, one of our own producers, I think he's watching backstage here tonight. He's purchased the full set. I don't think it's too crazy expensive, but you get several bottles in there. But it's very unique, very coarse ground ingredients, sticks to the meat. I think he's tried all bottles by now, and we can talk to him in the after party about it if anybody wants to ask him directly. But let's play that promo. This is Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce.
Introducing Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Folks, I'm going to tell you that was it was a high point in my life, is to have Judge Joe Brown on my very own show, giving his legal take on things, and in talking to him, what I did to coordinate for the show. He is one cool cat. I really like Judge Joe Brown, but give his barbecue sauce a try. He says you can get it on the JJB barbecue JJBbarbecue.com, but it's also on Amazon. I think he said it actually gets you a little faster on Amazon, but give it a shot. Let us know what you think about it. All right, we are squeezing some time, are we not, Big Ron?
We are. We've got 30 minutes left of the show tonight, Joe. I think we've got to maybe get one more video.
Let's run that number 5. Let's get it going.
Number 5 coming up.
Hollenbeck Patrol Division officers responded to a radio call for an assault with a deadly weapon, suspect there now, in the 5400 block of Monterey Road. The caller stated that the suspect had threatened him by pointing a knife at him and telling him to leave the residence. The suspect was described as a male Hispanic family member, approximately 22 years of age, wearing a white shirt and black pants, and armed with a knife. Here is the 911 call and corresponding radio broadcast.
LA City 911, operator 523.
Hello?
There's no emergency, hello?
Hey, I need help, to be honest. I don't know how to describe the kind of help I need.
Does you want like an ambulance or the police?
I think I need the police first. I don't know if I need the ambulance.
Oh, what happened?
My brother's kind of like mentally insane, and right now he grabbed a knife, and I came into the house, and he told me to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked out because he was pointing a knife at me, and he's in there alone with the knife. So
Okay. So right now he's in there, no one else is with him, just by himself right now?
well, my mom was outside the house. And
Okay.
fucking-
What's the
he
address
smacked
over there
her,
where you guys live?
54 Monterey Road.
Okay. And what's your brother's name?
Brian,
And how old is he?
22.
22. Does he live there with you?
Yes.
Okay. And what's mental problem does he have? What's wrong with him?
I don't know. That kid's he's been off his whole life.
So do you know if he's been diagnosed with like schizophrenia or like with bipolar or something, or you're not sure?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I know he has HCD, and I don't know what else he has.
Okay, ADHD. Okay, got it. Did he threaten you with a knife though? He pointed at you?
He pointed at me and told me to get out.
Okay. Do you know right now what he's wearing? I'm sure that it's clothing right now.
White shirt, black pants.
Okay, black pants. And see, what is your phone number?
My phone number is
And what's your name? Okay, go ahead and wait outside. Have the police meet you over there, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. I'll make you there now. 54 Monterey Road. 54 Monterey Road. Suspect's a male Hispanic, 22 years old, wearing a white shirt, black pants, armed with a knife. It's code 34391, RD 404. I'll make the LFI.
Unit at the station today was on Thursday reporting of domestic violence. He was part of a station on 35th Street side to the left lane. Suspect
Is he the suspect? Okay.
Hey, come here. Hey. Hey.
Step on out, bro.
Hands up. Hands up.
Put your hands on your pocket. Put your hands on your head. Come on. Step on over here. Put your hands on top of your head.
Let's go, Luke. Hands up.
Hands on top of your head.
For what?
Turn around.
Hey.
Turn around.
Just turn around. Put your hands on top of your head. We'll tell you how to count. Turn around.
Turn around.
Wait for us. Hands on top of your head. There you go. Don't move, right? To relieve them also. 46.
Don't do it. Get back.
Get back. What you doing? That is stupid. Stay down. Oh. Stay down. Get back. Oh. Hey, let me see your hands now. The blood, please. Let me see. Oh. Turn around. Oh, what side? Turn around. What side?
Let me get an RA for
my stomach or my gut? What side? I need direction. Don't move. Okay. Turn around to your left now. Okay. Turn around. I can't move my arms. I don't feel them. Oh. Please, I'm sorry.
No, he's reaching for the knife.
I tossed the knife. 46. Oh, I'm sorry. Have a male. Oh, 22. I'm sorry. Is this help?
Violence to the front of the station on the 35th Street side, the left one.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Are you the one that called? Are you the one that called? Huh? He called? Okay, hey, come here. Hey. Hey. Put your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Hands
Your hands
up.
on your head. Come on.
Hands
Step
up.
on over here. Put your hands on top of your head.
Let's go, Luke. Hands up.
Hands on top of your head. For what? Turn around.
Hey.
Turn around.
Just turn around. Put your hands on top of your head. We'll tell you after, okay? Turn around. Turn around. Away from us. Hands on top of your head. There you go. Don't move, all right? 46, 46. Why was you so bad? Hey, get back! Get back! Stay down! Stay down! Get back! Hey, let me see your hands now! Let me see your hands! Turn around! Turn around and don't move! Turn around! Turn around to your left! Hey, don't move!
What you got, girl? Ready? Yeah. Ready? Hold them up, bro. Come on. Alright. What'd you get hit, loco?
Left belly.
Left belly? Alright.
Left belly. Oh, don't stop.
Don't stop. Relax. We'll get you an ambulance right now, right?
Okay.
Here, turn around this way.
Hold on. Let me turn.
Folks, there's your next case. Any part of the video we'd like to see again?
Can you go back to where they were showing the weapons? The pictures? Okay, is that a knife in the street? Or on the sidewalk?
Yeah, what you're seeing here, let me help you out. That's the knife as they found it, marked.
Okay, all right.
Hang on. That's the same knife. See the 15?
Got it.
That's the same knife that's been put in the box. This is a cleaver. See the 16? And the other was 15. This is 16.
Yep.
This is the one he tossed from his body when they started to arrest him, correct?
Correct. And then this is the box. This is the same item in a box. You can't see the cone there, but it should.
He did have the one knife. He did have the one knife with him when he turned around on the cop, right?
Would you like to see the video again?
Yeah, where he turns around.
Step on over here. Put your hands on top of your head.
Let's go, Luke. Hands up.
Hands on top of your head.
For what?
Turn around.
Hey.
Turn around.
Just turn around. Put your hands on top of your head. We'll tell you after, okay? Turn around.
Turn around.
Away from us. Hands on top of your head. There you go. Don't move, right?
Okay, all right.
Saw what you need to see?
Yep.
All right, any questions?
He had it in his sleeve, I believe.
The knife?
Yeah, I think so, because he was messing with his sleeve, like trying to get his arm out of the sleeve, you know?
Would you like to watch that again? You know what? Let's just take a look at that portion of it again.
Yeah, go back a little bit more. Yeah. Go back before that.
What do you think you're going to see before he pulls the knife out? Now he did mess. Looked like he undid his sleeves. He did mess with his sleeves with the
It
knife.
looked like he pulled a watch off and threw it in the garden.
That's
He
what
pulled
I thought.
something off.
Okay.
He was tossing stuff into the garden.
And remember,
was-
this is a mental call. This is a disturbed person.
Right. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Shane, Hawk, Tom. Tom, did you get a chance to see the video? You've had some connection issues. Glad to have you back.
No.
You did not get to see it?
Had some connection issues.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna play the money shot of just one version of this. I'm not gonna go back on all of it. We're gonna run out of time.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, what you've got is a brother called 911 on his brother that he's they asked about mental health issues. I don't really know about a diagnosis, but this guy's been off his whole life, is what his brother says on the 911 call. Said he's got a knife. He's inside or outside of the house. It had threatened his mother, and that when they called, he was inside the house by himself. And law enforcement arrives. They find him at the back of this vehicle.
Step on that, bro. Put your hands on your pocket. Put your hands on your head. Come on. Step on over here. Put your hands on top of your head.
Let's go, Luke. Hands up.
Hands on top of your head.
For what?
Turn around.
Hey.
Turn around.
Just turn around. Put your hands on top of your head. We'll tell you how to do that. Turn around.
Turn around.
Wait for us. Hands on top of your head. There you go. Don't move. Right? To relieve them off
Don't do it. Get back.
Get back. What you doing? That is stupid. Stay down.
All right, Tom, that's what you're going to get. We'll cover the rest in deliberations. Big Ron, put us up a 10-minute clock. Let's get started.
I'm going to say straight up, most of these videos show that so much training needs to be done. These officers, why are two people yelling instructions at the same time?
Yeah, I agree. Tricky case. I mean, health issues. However, should our officers have used the force? I mean, they should not be yelling, but also they're dealing with a dangerous situation. So I can't make a verdict.
I'm going to chime in. The officer was within 5 or 6 feet of the individual who made a move and drew a knife. That's a deadly force encounter. I'm going to say no, Bill. That was a deadly force encounter straight up.
I agree. No, Bill.
Shane?
I agree.
I'm after listening to many of my law enforcement colleagues with I think it was a 17-foot rule.
No, if you do that on the jury, man, you get kicked off. Not what
I'm saying is,
me. I'm going to tell you what he tells me. What's your opinion on this, man?
If when it's that close, the way he spins around, pulls his shirt up, something's coming out, and I'm actually amazed how fast they responded, to be honest. And I'm a no, Bill.
Okay. Dr. A?
No, Bill.
Really? Moon Goddess, you're no Bill too?
Yeah, I am. The way he turned, and it looks like he was pulling something. Yeah, of course they thought that they felt threatened. I mean, it's obvious.
I didn't hear them call for a social worker at all, though. They knew
I
he
know.
was deathly ill.
I know, and you know me. You know me so
What,
well.
so he could
because
stab the
normally
social worker?
They don't stab social workers. They'll talk them down.
Yeah, they didn't call a violence interrupter either.
We have violence interrupters? This is a great job. Can I apply for this?
We do in Minneapolis, apparently.
Violence interrupter. I thought that was the police.
Non-lethal. Non-lethal. Yeah, I can't even justify non-lethal in this. Yeah, I know, Bill.
Okay, let's get ready for a verdict there, Big Ron. I think we'll poll, but I think we're no Bill. Hawk, no Bill? Yes?
That is correct. No, Bill.
Still a no Bill for you, Moon Goddess?
No, Bill.
Dr. A, still
No
in the same
bill.
spot. Shane, where you at?
I like I said, no bill.
I'm just checking with this final count. This is your final answer, Tom. Is it no bill?
Yes, no bill.
Let's post a verdict. No bill, no formal charges. Jason, give us a take on this one.
Yes, sir. It's funny, the two words came up in that one thing, mental health and training. Two words I'd love to hear. I don't think the general public actually knows how much training we go through. I don't think the general public understands how much mental health training law enforcement goes through. Two people talking at that moment, in that moment, you are jacked up as a cop. You have a guy who is just tossed a knife off his shoulder, and they just, everything in that guy's body language, just pay attention. For Christ's sakes, you're taking off your watch, you're throwing this out, you're not complying to anything. That should have been a red flag right there. Even if he turned around without a weapon in his hand, the way his body moved, totally justified. The reaction doesn't matter what's in his hand. It's action, reaction. And you can't tell if that's a gun, that's a knife, or that's a cell phone. The way he moved and not complying up before that, it's I'm going home tonight. And the way you didn't respond to me, you pull that shit. No, I'm not playing that game.
Yeah, this is something we've talked about before, and I think everyone in law enforcement understands it. Maybe you had been in law enforcement, maybe it's going to be difficult for you to understand, but there are things that are going on that your mind is processing. They're not watching the video of the officers. They're arriving there. They're processing it like first time, real time, right then. Don't know this guy from Adam. Only thing they know is with the dispatch, and you were able to hear what they were told over the radio. It's what they know. So they're processing and everything is going on. Now you've got this guy who's not really complying, not being super aggressive yet, but he's not being compliant. And then he starts taking items out of his pocket, right? This is a guy getting ready for a fight. Now, what that fight's going to be, I don't know yet. But as Jason said, all the clues were there for these officers to be on go. Because something's about to happen. You don't know, is it going to be a fist fight? Maybe. The guy have a gun? Who knows? If he's got a knife, obviously he did. But I think it was a good decision by the jury. Again, you guys actually, I think you've hit everything. I think I've agreed with you on everything so far. 12 minutes. Let's talk about some 3D response, and then we still get one more video in. Jason, as we said at the top of the show, is the one of the co-founders, creators, and designers of 3D Response School Safety System. It's in development for over 10 years, installed in just under 20 schools, and I don't know what the list is going to be by this time, or by 2026, because I think there's a lot of schools about to go in up in the Minnesota area. But it is a comprehensive response system for if some maniac decides to go to school and take our innocent children away from us, which we should not be okay with, and we should do something about it. 3D Response does that. It provides protocols and forensic psychologists that are available for any children or any persons that might be considered to be a threat, try to get ahead of it. But if that fails, because that always fails, it fails every time this happens, that fails. It provides protection inside of the school with ballistic protection, doors. It isolates the children just like our fire system isolates our children from fire. It isolates our children from the shooter. And it also immediately notifies law enforcement that help is there. They don't have to go through these long 911 calls y'all been listening to tonight. It's a quick text message, and police are trained. They know where to go. So within seconds, you can have a good gun where a bad gun is. In the interim, nobody's shooting our kids. Take a look at this video.
I see you entering, take a right. You're going to proceed down the long hall, all the way to the end. You're going to go till the end where you're intersect to the classrooms. Keep going, I see you moving forward. Subject is held up in classroom 203.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
The alarm you hear is the exact alarm that goes with the 3D response system. And what you saw there is the annual training that 3D response does with local law enforcement and school officials to, just like you would do fire drills. They do drills there to make sure things are working right and everybody understands how to use it. We've got just a couple of minutes, Jason, if you want to pile in on top of that, because I know there's a lot of great things going on in this thing called the SHIELD Act in Minnesota that we hope catches like COVID and sweeps across all 50 states.
I'll make it short and brief. I go back and I do case studies on all these case on every single school shooting, and I can tell you that Uvalde, there's not one child dead. I can tell you at Parkland, the element of surprise cost 3 people getting hit. You can go to Sandy Hook, there's not one life lost. You can go to Tennessee, there's not one life lost. And the whole thrust of our system is basically providing the innocent people, the kids and the teachers and the responders, the tools to actually save children's lives. Everybody thinks that artificial intelligence is great and metal detectors and cameras, and it doesn't answer, okay, what tools have we given the kids? And that's the one thing that's missing. As far as, yes, there's a bill called the SHIELD Act of Minnesota that is looking at making it a code, a building code, much like the fire code, because the adults that are in decision-making positions, whether you're a school board official, a superintendent, or a politician, you keep fighting about stuff, and the only people hurting during this fight is our children, and it just needs to stop. So it's a grassroots movement. If you guys can help me out and just spread the word, I'm all about saving our children, and I've devoted my entire life to this process and spent a shit ton of hours on it, and a lot of arguments, but that I'll land there. Thanks, guys.
It's something that we believe in. Guys, go to 3dresponse.com. Spend 10 minutes there. There's a lot going on with the system. That video is kind of one of the better ways you can portray what happens if there were to be a school. But there's so much more to this system. And by far, when Jason talks about Uvalde, Sandy Hook, these other schools where there's no children lost, that's using the exact same scenario with 3D response added. There's no children lost. So let's get to it. Let's see if we can get to our last video. Somebody's got an open mic. I think it was Eric. Okay. Let's see if we can get to the last video. I want to do case number 4. We skipped that one, but I think that fits the time.
I missed that, Joe. What was that?
Case number 4. Big Ron.
Case number 4.
Case number 4.
Phoenix Police Department. How can I help you? What is your emergency?
Domestic abuse, child endangerment. My sister's husband is holding the baby hostage with a machete.
Is it a house?
They're in the living room and he refuses to hand over the child. He's drunk and having issues with my sister. Please hurry. He's threatening me with the machete if I take the baby.
Ismael, es la policía de Phoenix. Sal para afuera.
You want to come this side? Hey, that way you can, if he opens that door. There's another person in there. Who else is inside your brother? What's your brother? What is his name?
Es la policía de Phoenix. Sal con las manos arriba.
Rojas, just take her that way. Just get her out of the scene. No. You know what? You're being paid for your safety. Yeah, I can see through the window. It's just his brother in the hallway. He's on down on the couch.
Is he?
Yeah.
The baby's not there?
I can't see the baby.
Oh, okay.
one's coming out. Coming to the door. Not the one with the
Okay.
machete. He's still on the couch.
This brother. Hey, sal para afuera. Deja la puerta abierta, por favor.
Go that way. Go that way.
He has a machete in his hand, okay?
I can't see.
Sal para afuera. Hey, ask her where the baby's at.
Where's the baby?
¿Dónde está el bebé? You see the baby? I can't see the baby.
Let me.
Hey, boss, he has a machete.
Door's open.
¿Dónde está el bebé?
Stay back.
Hey, sal para afuera. Machete in his hand, okay?
I can't see.
This is
Sal
a
pa'
40
afuera.
millimeter non-lethal they
Hey,
brought.
ask her where the baby's at.
Where's the baby?
¿Dónde está el bebé?
You see the baby?
I can't see the baby.
Let me.
Hey, boss, he has a machete.
Door's open.
¿Dónde está el
Hey,
bebé?
stay back.
Hey, sal para afuera.
You can't see it.
He definitely has a machete in his hand, sitting down.
Just go. People.
¿Quién más está adentro? Where's the baby?
Where?
Where's the baby? ¿Dónde está el bebé? He said he's with them, boss. I would want to make breach from them.
You guys on that, baby.
Okay. You guys push up. Come on.
Don't get in there.
Hey, stop up. He has a baby in his hand.
In the hands.
No lo lastimes.
La cabeza.
He has a baby, boss.
Yes, la cabeza, man.
¡Pa' afuera!
La cabeza, man. Tengo un machete, la cabeza, man.
Come in.
I know.
Get the baby. Get up.
After the shooting, the toddler was taken to the hospital by the fire department, where he was treated for minor injuries and discharged. Officers provided aid to the man until the paramedics arrived. He was taken to the hospital, where he was discharged 2 days later. He was booked into the Maricopa County Jail on multiple felony charges to include aggravated assault and kidnapping. No one else was injured during this incident. Here's a photograph of the machete, which was recovered on scene by investigators.
Okay, folks, that is going to be your final case. Unfortunately, we won't have time to deliberate that in here. We do an after party, and all of our jurors tonight, you guys are primary speakers. Folks will come in to ask you questions or discuss cases that we've gone over tonight. It's kind of a tradition with the grand jury. So give us about 10 minutes, and we'll meet you guys in there once we end the stream. And guys, we're running out of time. I want to give a special thanks to the jurors that take the time out to do this with us this week. We appreciate you guys. Of course, Jason, Big Ron, all the behind the scenes guys, B. Wayne, Mayhem, Fidji, that do so much to make this happen. I appreciate you guys. And most importantly, you viewers out there that take the time to watch it. That's what we do it for, and we appreciate you. With that, we're going to close this thing out in the stream. We'll catch you on X. Fidji Hates the Left is running our companion space. If you shoot me a DM, if you're not sure who that is, I'll get you a direct invite to it, and we'll be in there in about 10 minutes. Thanks, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.